Welcome back, my darlings. Another video for you today, and another Fiat 500. Now this one's gunmetal grey. It's a slightly different trim level. I think it's a Sport 1. I'm not entirely sure. Don't know my Fiat 500s inside and out. But I will by the end of this, because we're doing an inside and outside maintenance wash and clean. So yeah, without much further ado, we get you out, get around it so you can have a see what we've got in store for us. It's pretty filthy, so it's going to be a fantastic turnaround. I think this little thing is going to look brilliant by the time I'm done with it. Let's crack on. Now this isn't that bad. It looks worse than it is, I think, but it really is just a bit of dust, and it's dirt and debris that is generally tracked in this time of year. So nothing that a good hoover and a good wipe down can't solve. You'll see here that I start off with giving it a quick dust down with a microfiber cloth. That's just a dry microfiber, and then I'll go around with the hoover and the detailing brush to really get into the nooks and crannies and dislodge it, and like around the switch gear, in all the crevices that you can't really get to with the cloth particularly easily. Now I've lifted out the liner here for the cup holder so I can get underneath that, get that really good scrubbing over, and a bit later I go back in there with some all-purpose cleaner just to lift out the bits that wouldn't shift. But yeah, get in all around all the nooks and crannies there. That black box under the seat that I was tackling was the subwoofer from the enhanced sound system. And you also see that I've added now on the hoover, I switch the nozzles over all the time actually, as you'll see, constant changing. But I put the brush head on occasionally as well, so it helps against the softer plastics on the dash. Now with the seats, these have come up as good as they can without a shampoo. Now maybe that will happen in the summer at some point, but that will be the thing that will give them a real improvement. All the light debris that could be hoovered up was removed. To get any of that real marking out, a wet vac and shampoo will solve that, and they will look good as new. They're really nice seats as well actually, and that material in the middle seems to hold the dirt on the surface rather than letting it penetrate, which actually means cleaning them later with the wet vac will be easier. And that Alcantara looking trim on the side of the bolsters, that's not actually Alcantara, that's synthetic again, so that would be easy to shampoo and make it look really fresh. So here I'm just tackling all the plastics, and I'm hitting that with some Surfex HD, which is an all-purpose cleaner, mixed down to 20:1. And there's also an antibacterial agent in there as well that I've added. Given the current COVID situation, that seems like a sensible thing to do. As you'll probably notice, there's a lot of my butt in this. And the reason being, this is the first time I've shot an interior clean, and I kind of forgot that the camera was there. But now, we can see how it's gone. Like, this is what I've managed to achieve. Giving it a good hoover and a good dust and a good wipe down. I think it looks loads better. It can look even better still with a thorough deep clean, but yeah, this is a big improvement. And on to the outside. So as you can see, this is where the real work is. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's that time of year where cars get filthy, and the added benefit of road salt just making it even worse. So what I'm doing here is I'm going around and pre-treating all the lower half of the car and the door jambs and around the boot with Bilt Hamber Surfex HD 20:1, same strength I use in the interior. And then I'm covering it with the Bilt Hamber Auto Foam, and that is at 4% PIR, which is the panel impact ratio. That's the maximum strength that Bilt Hamber recommend using that product at. So I'm letting that dwell for about 5 minutes, and that's using those two products in the pre-wash really bites into the dirt. And I was amazed at the difference when I did a quick test on another car, how much more it shifted. And when you've got no LSP on the car anyway, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter that you've got using more aggressive products. They're still not that aggressive by any stretch of the imagination, but more aggressive. And the reason is I want to get as much dirt off the car as possible before I touch it with a wash mitt, to remove as much chance as possible of adding any marring due to dirt on the panel getting stuck in the wash mitt. So I've taken a quick pause on the rinsing off of the pre-wash stuff here where I'm going around applying wheel cleaner, and the reason for that is these wheels were in dire straits, and I knew they were going to need at least 2 hits, and they did. And I kind of reached the limit of what Bilt Hamber Auto Wheel can do. There's so much ingrained brake dust, and especially in the barrels, that what I would have needed is something like a very strong acid wheel cleaner. And now the off-the-shelf product that is fantastic for this is Wonder Wheels. Now that's great, I didn't have any on me. I also didn't have my real go-to product for this situation, which is called Malco Break Off. That's fantastic. It isn't acidic, but it is incredibly strong. And if anything, it's worse, or stronger, should we say, than an acid wheel cleaner, because if you get it on your body, it doesn't just stop reacting when you dilute it with water by rinsing it off. So yeah, you have to make sure you're gloved up and your arms are covered and wear your safety goggles for that one. But it's a brilliant product. Didn't have any on me at the moment. So next time I do this car, hopefully there will be a next time, I will hit it with the Malco Break Off on the wheels and get them looking brand new. I'll do a close-up video on that so you can really see the difference that that product makes. The thing is, you wouldn't want to use that every time you washed your wheels. It's too strong, it's unnecessary. Similarly, if you wash your car every week, you wouldn't use Bilt Hamber Auto Wheel because that's strong and you don't need the iron fallout side of stuff. So it's using the right product at the right time. As you see here, my daughter's coming in to lend a hand and pass judgment. She's finally got a bit more interested in the car detailing side of things. So yeah, I let her help on my car with the wheels. She's just the right height for them. Oh yes, I skipped a few steps here, mainly because I wasn't recording and didn't realise. But here I'm blow drying the car because I've rinsed off after I've done the car wash with the shampoo, and I've applied Turtle Wax rinse and shine, and then I'm pressure washing that off, and I'm now blow drying the remaining water off. I've applied it to the wheels as well. Makes it really easy to dry, and here you can see the real benefit of using a blow dryer. I was drying that and thought I may not have actually cleaned that rear bumper, or if I did, I didn't do a particularly good job. So if I was using a drying towel, I would have just moved all that dirt across the paint and scratched it, inevitably scratched it. This way, I was able to detect that I hadn't done that, wash it off, dry it again, and then no contact required and no additional damage added. So, brilliant reason for using the blow dryer, but you do really need to use some sort of rinsing agent first to get the best use out of it. Now just a quick bit of tyre shine. This is Geon Tyre Express, and the reason I like this is you can apply it to wet wheels. Oh yeah, don't forget the exhaust. This is just a simple bit of quadruple grade superfine wire wool.